Hey guys, how you all doing? I hope everyone's all right. Welcome to the Doghouse collection of dead Enfields. Well, not all dead, not all dead. Soon that one will be back into its full glory and working, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, it will be. We're getting there with that. We're getting there. We're very, very, very close to that. Although it looks like nothing's gone on, we are very close. You all know about Dan's, which is soon to be all stripped down. And as you can see, we got another one. Yes, another one. There's some of you screaming at me, no, not another one. But I'm going to do one for myself. Hopefully. That's the plan. I've never ever kept one for myself, as you know. I'm going to try and keep this one. We'll see, unless someone twists my arm up my back and takes it from me. Swapping for a bit of money, obviously. Anyway, I've acquired this one. Bit different to what I normally get. Again, it's a 350, but it's not sort of the usual era of 350 I normally land on or seen or whatever. Tiny bit of a mystery. It was first registered in 2002, but I'm not 100% sure about it, to be honest. It's not straightforward as Dan's bike there. That's we know exactly where we are with that one. I'm familiar with all that and all the bits and bobs on there. But this one's a bit different. And the guy who I got it off, a wonderful, wonderful chap. He's more of a Triumph guy, so he just spur of the moment purchased this thing, ended up just putting it in his container and didn't do nothing with it, and eventually let me take it away. So he doesn't know too much about it. This is more or less exactly how he got it and just left it. He had it running and I think he rode it up and down his yard, but it needs a little bit of recommissioning to get it running again. I haven't had it running as such. We tried firing it when I went over to him. It ran for about 2 seconds and boom, died. I think he's a load of muck in the tank there and it's dragged it through. But anyway, he put it down as 1954. It's no way it's 1954, not a chance. Which, you know, we had a nice little chat about that and everything. And then he come to realise it's definitely not 1954. It's definitely Indian built. I think the dog's trying to get in. It's definitely Indian built, but it's, yeah, it's got some differences. We'll go round them. We'll go round them and compare it to Dan's later Enfield. Anyway, let's grab the camera and have a look. So, tripping up my wires. On this one, it's got the half width hubs look, which is a really nice touch. It's got this strange mudguard thing going on. I have seen pictures with them, with this mudguard on, with the number plate here on this little raised part, as you can see that. But the half width hubs are definitely a nice touch. As you can see, normally you got the full width with twin leading shoe, and when these are set up right, the braking ain't that bad at all on them. I know people say, hey, it's a drum, it's rubbish. They ain't that bad. It stops the bike. That's the main thing. This one might be a bit more interesting on the stopping power. We'll see. Let's turn that round. So yeah, it's got the old-fashioned hub in there, more like a bicycle hub. But it'll look nice. It'll look nice when it's all done. The wheels are rebuilt. What else we got? Yeah, hold on. Let's go to the back wheel. You see, that's the same. Half width hubs. very much like your early Triumphs, BSAs and all that, I guess. Well, like all British bikes. You see on downs, you've got the full width. It's got 500 on the tank. It is definitely not a 500. 100% it's not a 500. It's definitely a 350. I don't think the 500s came out of India, like the 500 Bullet, till about 89, 90. It was all 350s. I'm sure it was about 89, 90 when the first 500 Bullets came out of there. As you can see, it's got a different carb to what's normally on the later ones. I think that's a Villiers carb. I think it is. And I believe Enfields did run them carburetors for a very short period of time in the late 60s, early 70s. So that certainly is one thing that could date this bike to perhaps 70s. It hasn't got the locks on the toolboxes or anything like that, but it's got these and they look factory. They definitely look factory, these little lugs for a padlock. It's got some sort of, I don't think that exhaust came out of the factory. That's like off a Mark II Cortina or something. God knows what that's off. It's stainless, look. It actually is stainless. And it's joined to the steel downpipe. Actually, it's not a bad join. And then it goes rusty. Quite badly. But she's a bit grubby, but we'll get there. We'll do something with it. These as well, these knee pads. I don't know if you can make that out. It's got the Enfield, and somebody, I believe on this bit, it has India. So Enfield India. But someone scrubbed the India bit out. I don't know if someone's tried to make the bike look a bit more British or what, I don't know. Also, on the British early Enfields, the headstock was cast. This is just fabricated tube, so that's definitely Indian frame, 100% it's Indian frame. And also on the earlier frames, it wasn't like this. This bar that came up wasn't bolted like that. That actually curved into that part of the frame and was welded on the down tube. That's how the British ones were. Someone's had a good go at that, look. Why would you keep turning it if you see the oil pipe crippling round? Stop. Someone just kept doing it up till the oil pipe's crippled. Hopefully it hasn't starved the front there of oil. It should be all right. It did have the normal like seat on there, like full seat, passenger seat, but I think that's the only thing was done to it. The guy who I got it off, he just put that on. Like I say, he had every intention of messing about with it, but never did. So all this is different as well. Now this goes round here. So I don't think I've seen that before. It's definitely different. Normally they've just got like a kink in the bar. So that's, and it looks like lugs to probably have some panniers on there. This is an added addition. That's not standard. It's not even bolted down, look. But it's probably bits we can get rid of and sell, help fund whatever we end up doing to it. What else we got? So I don't think I've seen one of these Speedos on, although I think it is an Indian company. As you can see that. It's got the usual Minder one on the ammeter. Bars look a bit homemade. But they've done their job. All this is, everything's just at its day. It has the brake. The front brake is non-existent at the moment. The forks don't operate at all. Somewhat's probably collapsed in there or seized up, but that's not going to be a problem. They're about as basic as pogo sticks, so we can sort that out if we keep the front end on it. Who knows? What else we got? See if I can squeeze around here, get my fat carcass around here. So on this side, obviously it's still running its points. On this side, you see, I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I haven't got the light round here, and I'm sort of squeezed between this and the orange Enfield. This is a sign of much, much earlier engine. And the breather is. So the fins continue down the engine casing, and this is screwed on lock. So on Dan's bike, let's just have a look at this. It's all part of the casting lock, with it being a much later engine. And Dan's has got the later carbon, which is basically a copy of a Mikuni, I do believe. It's actually called a Mick. So yeah, as you've seen earlier, the other one's got I'm sure is a Villiers carburettor. So there is some nice bits and bobs going on that's different. But I think it's about 1970s. Definitely 350. They didn't build a 500 bullet in 1970s. I don't think, I'm pretty sure, I know, like I say, it's got 500 there. I'm pretty sure the 500 bullet didn't come out from India till sort of 89, 90. There's probably people who are watching who've got a lot more knowledge than me on the history of all these. Someone's put that on upside down, look. It's interesting how they managed that. This is not the chappie I bought it off, by the way. This is where he's got it from. And the number plate as well. So it's been imported at some point, obviously. But look at the number plate. I can't make out if that is Indian. You have to bear with me. I'm squeezing round everything in here. I can't make out. Obviously, I took the British plate off and found this behind it. So it is UK registered. Anybody got any idea? I did put it on my Facebook group, and people saying it's not Indian. But these things are, yeah, they go all over the world, and a lot of the time they do get used by police and army in several different countries, I do believe. So this one ended up getting registered in Ireland. And I have seen a few little things on the internet that someone managed to get a container full of these from Nigeria and shipped them to Ireland. Maybe this is one of them, I don't know. Who knows? It'd be nice to find out a bit more history on it. I don't think it's rare or anything like that. It ain't no some bizarre thing that's stupidly rare and worth a fortune. No, it's not. Also, rear speedo drive, look, like the earlier British stuff. As Dan's is on the front. Yeah. But what I've got to do is get it running and see what it runs like before I decide what I'm going to do with it. I know there's going to be different camps. Leave it as it is, restore it. And then there's the other people, no, chop it up. And no, leave it as it is, just get it running. But, hey, it's my bike. I'm going to do sort of what I wish I want to do with it. But what else is there? It needs the kickstart sorting out. Yeah, that won't be too much bother though. It's on, I don't know if you can see it, hiding right in there. I don't think you can see that. I should have got a torch, shouldn't I? It's the tiny, tiny little regulator that got used on a lot of British bikes as well. But we will swap all that over to something much more reliable. And I will sort all the electrics out on it. Depends where I go with it. Like I say, I might keep this one for a bit, see how it goes, and if I do something strange with it, when the world opens back up again, I might go and do a few shows. We will see. Anyway, let's put this back in here. Oh, that's another thing. While we're on number plates, nearly forgot about that. While we're on number plates, not this one, not this one, this one. Dan's, and I've asked Dan if it was all right to show his number plate. Before everyone says you shouldn't be showing that. So Dan's number plate. So we sorted this build out a few weeks ago. Plenty of chats and everything online between us and where it's going to go. And I sat in here, was it a week or so ago, having a cup of tea, and I was looking at the reg, and it just dawned on me. I knew what the reg was, obviously, and it dawned on me that Dan, who's having it, his business is selling fruit and veg. So I got onto him straight away, and he was absolutely over the moon. So he sort of got a private plate as well for his business, which is nice, So he's over the moon with that thing. So yeah, it's quite an interesting one really, but I would absolutely love to know about that number plate. If anyone can shed any light on that, of where this bike could have possibly come from, that would be awesome. Is it India? Is it Nigeria? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. But like I say, it is UK registered. So I'm putting the camera back in the holder. It is UK registered, which is good. Registered in 2002. It's on the logbook as a historic vehicle. And I've checked, it is tax exempt, road tax exempt, so which is nice. Makes it even nicer to keep, I guess, with no road tax to pay. MOT's dodgy ground if I change it. I know that. You should start messing them about. You really should have MOT on them. But if I was to just do this, I don't think it'd need MOT either. But that's further down. I ain't even thinking about that. I don't really mind anyway. I ain't bothered about that if it have to MOT it or not. But it's nice that it's going to have free road tax. What else we got? I think that's about it. So if anyone else can give me a bit of input on this, I think it's 70s, early 70s. That's my sort of guess with what's going on with it and the differences from the later Indian builds. I think with India as well, when did they go into proper production, when everything was over there? Was it 1955, 56? When they went into full swing producing these things? I think it was around there. And I guess they still had remnants of British parts that they were using, I don't know, before they really started having to manufacture absolutely everything for them. But I know there was a thing in India for a while, I don't know if it still is, where they tried to age Indian built Enfields, pass them off as British built Enfields and try and gain a lot more money for them, because apparently having a British built Enfield in India is like a big thing, which I understand. So there it is. It's got a few differences. It's going to be interesting. Next video I am going to get it started, because like I say, we had it started but it literally was for about 2 seconds and it just died. So obviously didn't get it up to temperature or nothing. So what I think I'm going to do is take the carb off, give that a clean out, try not to disturb any gaskets and all that, and then run it on a sort of separate tank, see if we can fire it up, see how she runs. And then I'll clean this tank out for now and fill it up, and then I'll go a ride on it just to make sure the gears are selecting and things like that. Then at least I'll know what I've got to do to it if it starts messing about on the gearbox. They're renowned for a box of neutrals anyway. They are extremely clunky. You have to be sort of forceful with them. Get in. But yeah, be nice just to have a potter around on it, just see what it's like. I'd have to try and improve the brakes before I do that, because it has got none. Unless you take an anchor, throw the anchor out. So yeah, and we'll probably take Dan's bike a little ride as well before that all comes to bits. So yeah, I'll get this started. We'll have a little video of riding both Enfields before the big strip down happens on the pair of them. In the meantime, the orange one's going on in the background. I'm still doing little bits to that. Just some of it little boring bits I'm not bothering to film. And that'll all start taking shape very, very, very soon. And then I can go and have a cup of tea with Mick up north and let him have his bike. Frames, I'm well underway with frames now. Everything's starting to drop in place at last. It's, as you all know, I sort of fell off the planet for a while. And it's all taking shape again now, which is good. It's nice. It's all starting to feel good again. So yeah, so anybody, I've said it before, is waiting for a frame. I am on them every day. We're belting them out now, because I can't wait to get them out the way so I can get on with these. And while the frames are going on, the orange ones are still going on, so that'll be finished. But I cannot wait to get on with these. And don't worry, I've not forgot the turbo bike and the Ural. That's all going to go on. I did tell you I will be doing a couple of Enfields first. But if I know people are going to start shouting at me, saying, no, you shouldn't do that, shouldn't do that. I'm not cutting a rare Triumph or BSA up or anything like that. Honestly, there's a gazillion of these things. That is my really poor excuse, I know. But if I go down the custom route with this, I am definitely going to do a lot of different things on this one. A lot of different things. I know all the ones I've done, they've all sort of the same, but they've all got slight differences. Every single one. There's not one I've done that's exactly the same. But I really want to do this so I pull it apart from the rest. No, it's not going to be a calf racer. That should not be in the same sentence. 350 Enfield calf racer. No, that does not work in my head. No, I don't want to do a trials bike. Like I say, this is going to be mine, and I love bobbers, so it is going to be a bobber. But different, definitely different to what I normally do. And Dan's is going to be different as well. So although yes, I'm doing another couple of Enfields, they are going to be different. We're going to do a lot more different fabricated parts on these, and not all the same as what I normally do. So again, stuff I fabricate on these doesn't necessarily have to be for an Enfield. You can take them ideas and use them on other things, any bike you like. So what I do, you know, like I say to you before, I'm not doing how-to videos, But if you wish to pinch some of the ideas, you go for it. You go for it. And I've said before, if you've labelled yourself as a professional builder, think of your own ideas. That's why you've labelled yourself as a professional builder, not a copier. Think of your own ideas and build your own bike. But if you've a guy messing around in your shed, fill your boots, feel free. Feel free to copy any of the ideas, I don't mind. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. So there it is, the Green Mean Machine. Let's see which way it goes. Who knows? I've got some ideas, but I'm not sharing them yet because I'm bound to change my mind. Next video, we'll get it running. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. Everybody take care. Cheers.